A major topic during the 2016 presidential campaign centers on religious liberty and the threats against it. When the Supreme Court ruled on gay marriage, it led to a new movement that's gained the attention and support of GOP candidates. CBN's David Brody is on this story.
On the campaign trail, it's one subject that's uniting most Republican presidential candidates.
The United States of America did not create religious liberty. Religious liberty created the United States of America.
Much of the legal pushback is aimed at the Supreme Court and its legalization of gay marriage.
If we surrender to the judicial branch as if it is the last, final, and ultimate word, then we have surrendered to judicial tyranny.
Mike Huckabee is already out with a plan to defend the religious rights of anyone facing legal trouble for standing up for traditional marriage. So is fellow candidate Ted Cruz. They both pledge to take the executive order route if elected.
You instruct the Attorney General to defend religious liberty and the rights of people of faith and conscience, whether they're business owners acting as individuals, whether they're hospitals, churches, schools, adoption agencies, doesn't matter what it is.
I will direct the federal agencies, the IRS, every agency, that no person of faith will be discriminated against because of their religious belief. No person of faith will be persecuted because he or she follows a traditional teaching of marriage, a biblical teaching of marriage, as the union of one man or woman.
The public appears to agree, at least for now. By a 56-39 margin, Americans think it's more important for the government to protect religious liberties over the rights of gays and lesbians. In Congress, the First Amendment Defense Act is gaining traction. It would stop the federal government from taking action against a person or business who acts in accordance with their religious beliefs. That's a move supported by presidential candidate Scott Walker.
To me, protecting our constitutional rights shouldn't just take a piece of legislation. The oath that any federal officer takes is about upholding the Constitution, and the Constitution is very clear about protecting those rights.
The way these GOP candidates see it, the debate over religious liberty boils down to an attempt to erase people of faith from the political equation.
David, it's no secret they want to silence us. The left no longer wants God in the public square. We must not allow that to happen. I can do that by executive order. I can do that by legislation.
Or by nominating Supreme Court justices who are actually conservative.
I think the next president will have a chance to appoint anywhere from 1 to 4 Supreme Court justices. I think it's time we started appointing justices that actually read and apply the Constitution. You know, it's never the Democratic justices that surprise people and all of a sudden become conservatives. It's always the Republican appointees like Souter, like Roberts, like Kennedy.
Judges, the Constitution, and religious liberty, topics that could dominate the political conversation for the foreseeable future. David Brody, CBN News, Washington.